Well, our next guest is Australian drama royalty, having starred in the cult television show Prisoner for 5 years.
Val Lehman ruled the halls of Cell Block H, playing the menacing jailbird Queen Bea Smith, and she joins us now from Brisbane. Good morning to you, Val.
Good morning to you too, David and Sonia.
Now, let's go back a bit. You originally auditioned for the role of Vera Bennett, but then you came out of the audition cast as Bea Smith. Is that right?
No, I didn't actually audition for the role of Vera Bennett. My agent suggested that I would be absolutely perfect as the Gestapo-style prison officer.
Well, typecasting there from your agent.
And sent me along, yeah. And when I got there, the casting director said, "No, I think you're Bea Smith material." And I didn't even know who Bea Smith was, so I then was asked to come back then that afternoon and speak to the directors and the writers and the producer, and they said yes, they agreed. We're going to screen test you, and that was that, really.
She's a great character, and you were definitely tough enough in this notorious fight scene with Kay White. Let's just have a reminder.
Now about this dope you've been spreading around.
What dope?
Let's not go through all that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I'll give you a little hint. Mouse is floating around the ceiling somewhere.
So what's that got to do with me?
You put her there. Now give me the rest of that stuff.
I haven't got any dope.
Bull, you haven't.
You won't get away with this!
Val, those scenes, they were very physical. So what was it like
what's going on here?
to carry them out?
Well, in fact, it was rather interesting because when we had the very first big riot scenes in the show, very, very early on, they did bring in a stuntman, but he had no idea how women fought.
Yes.
So actually, I ended up choreographing pretty well all the fight scenes that I was in. And of course, in that particular scene, the great advantage I had was working with such a fabulous actress like Sandy Gore.
Yeah, she's an absolute legend, as are you. But look, speaking of fight scenes, and you know, being the stunt coordinator on these, is it true that you accidentally fractured one of your co-stars' noses during filming?
Oh, that's Amanda Muggleton. She fractured her own nose. In the rehearsals, I kept saying to her, "Don't put your head down. Don't put your head down. You're going to catch it on my knee." And she did, and she caught it on my knee, and she broke her nose.
Oh,
not very
Val.
seriously, but I mean, you know, it wasn't even bad enough to be fixed up cosmetically, but it was a bit sore for a while.
Oh.
She loved telling everybody I'd broken her nose.
It's a big legend.
It's a legend now.
Yeah.
I read somewhere, Val, that your daughters joined you in a few episodes. So how did that come about?
Well, they were looking for a girl to play Bea Smith's tragic daughter, Debbie, and said so. We said, "We're looking for an actress." I said, "Well, I've got one of those at home, and she looks like me too. What's more, and she can act." And the one that's on the screen at the moment is my other daughter, Joanne, because they said later on, "We need someone that's going to remind you of your daughter." I said, "Well, I've got another one."
Casting at your house is always there. It was so successful, and we know it was successful here, but it was massive overseas as well. Why do you think it was so popular?
I think it was a groundbreaking program in many, many ways, and the fact that it was women in prison and not sort of nice, polite young ladies, we were able to discuss very pertinent women's issues in a very down-to-earth manner. I'm talking about incest, domestic violence, rape, that sort of thing. And we did. We didn't pussyfoot around it. We went for it. We were fortunate because we had fabulous script writers. And also, I think it perhaps brought out a bit of the voyeur in people. Oh, look, having a look at a woman in a women's prison. It had a very, very, very wide audience appeal.
Well, it's so great to have you on this morning, Val. Thank you so much for joining us as we celebrate 60 years of TV this year. And thank you for your contribution.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you, Val. I wonder whether orange is the new black. I wonder whether that's kind of was spawned from Prisoner.
It's not nearly as good as Prisoner.
No.
If you go back, I mean, I reckon that Bea Smith could take anyone, like Crazy Eyes, she could take out Crazy Eyes.
Totally.
Totally take out Crazy Eyes.
Still